Is the Gold Forge Pass in Raid worth it? Well, I'm going to answer that question today and give my feedback on it. Whether you're a new player, an experienced player, or somewhere in between, this video will explain it all to you. And also explain the 4 different sets that you can get inside the Forge Pass itself. The Forge Pass will reset fairly periodically, and the set that you can get from each Forge Pass will be different. There is the Defiant set, the Bolster set, the Righteous set, and the Instinct set. These are the 4 different gear sets that you can get, and they have different values depending on where you use them in the game. Typically, I'll go over like where they rank in a tier list later on in the video if you're curious about that. But overall, when you get the Gold Forge Pass, you're going to get a lot of silver, a lot of gear, and a lot of glyphs and ways to basically make sure that gear is powered up as much as you need it to be. Now, when it comes to value in this game, when you're purchasing things, there's only one thing more valuable than the Forge Pass, and in my opinion, and that is the Daily Gem Pack, which you can get. You can keep getting it over and over again. The Daily Gem Pack is a very worthwhile investment if you want to get, you want to be a bit of a spender and you want to have a bit more resources. The Gem Pack, best thing to do. The second best valuable thing in the game is the Forge Pass, the Gold Forge Pass. And in my personal opinion, in some cases, this is even better than the Gem Pass. And I'll explain why. There are 2 major resources in this game. Obviously, the first one being energy, and the second one being gear. Now, of course, you need silver as well, but energy allows you to get silver. Energy also allows you to get gear, but the trouble is, the gear that you can get from the energy is random. It could be good, it could be bad. You can spend a lot of energy and not get the best gear. It takes a lot of farming dungeons to get good gear. So, whilst you're doing tournaments, events, leveling up your champions, going through the game, doing missions, you'll spend your energy where you can, and when you have some left, then maybe you'll think about dungeon farming. But you're never like putting dungeon farming as your priority for the most of the time of your account. So for a lot of players who are transitioning from the early game to the mid game, you'll be very gear starved. You'll start to build up more champions and you'll just completely be lacking the gear you need. You might have a bunch of stuff, but it's all not good enough. It might be 5-star stuff, 4-star stuff. It might not have the right stats. The Forge Pass just gives you a boost you need for the gear to be able to fully equip your champion. So I'm going to go through and showcase what it's like to get the Gold Forge Pass so you can see for yourselves if it's worth it. And we'll do a comparison before and after. Now, before I do that, just a quick heads up that if you want to get a brand new start in Raid Shadow Legends, you can use the QR code on the side of the screen or click the link in the description to get all of these champions as you level up and the choice between one of these legendary champs, which you can use in the promo code section here. If you want this to work, though, it needs to be on either a brand new mobile device or on Plarium Play on PC, and you need to log out first to be able to do that. So, with that being said, let's take a look. So, I've just gotten the Forge Pass, the Gold Forge Pass. Now, first thing, you get access to the weekly challenges, which is going to allow you to make progress on the Forge Pass very, very quickly, right? Look at that. We've already made a lot of progress, and right now, we are sitting at level 34. Let's do a couple challenges and try and take that up further. All right, we've done a few challenges, which is part of the feature of the Forge Pass, right? The gold version. We get weekly challenges. So we've already made our way to level 41. Now, I want you to take a look at how much stuff we are going to get now, okay? Firstly, let's take a look at what we had before and compare it after. So right now, we have 2.55 million silver. Remember that. We currently have all of these glyphs, the charms, this number of charms. So I'll take a screenshot to compare after. We also have 133 craftable items in the forge. And on top of that, if we go to our glyphs, we currently have 82 glyphs. So now, this is the fun part. If we go to the pass, we can just start collecting all of this stuff. And this is going to be great. Here we go. And it's not just those rewards, as well as charms, glyphs, accessories. You're going to get some other stuff as well, like chaos ore. A lot of stuff. And the difference between the normal version, like the normal pass without the gold version is okay, but the gold version just gives you so much more. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, look at this. We have 100 here, right? But then look at later, we have 700 legendary materials here, which is absolutely incredible. So we're going to keep going. Just keep clicking. Have you ever been able to get so many resources in such a short time? Probably not. So there we go. Level 41 done. Now let's take a look. It's still going. This is crazy. It's just still going. And remember, we're not even the highest level yet. There's still some more rewards coming, including a set of mythical righteous gear, which is pretty good. So now, looking at this again, we now have 230 craftable items. Obviously, most of those are going to be righteous, and most of those are going to be 5 to 6 star items, which is incredible. This is how many charms we now have, a massive boost there as well. We have 5 million silver, so we've got 2.5 million silver already. We haven't even completed the Forge Pass, which is going to be useful, but we're going to make even more when we craft this stuff. But we're definitely going to wait for clan versus clan for that. And if we go to our champion section now, if we look at our glyphs, we have 118 now. That was a massive boost in gear. And when we craft this stuff, we're going to be overflowing with good gear to put on all sorts of champions throughout the game. Now, when you get this stuff, you do need to forge it. So make sure you come here and put in the right stuff. We want higher rank charms, higher rarity charms, mythical charms. That's going to help a lot. And we can even choose which substats we want to put on. So for example, let's say we want speed substat. This is going to have a 50% chance of a speed substat. So if we craft this item now, we're going to have a fairly high chance of getting something good. We got a legendary chest plate there. Didn't get speed that time, but that's okay. So just remember, craft this stuff during clan versus clan. It's going to be much more worth your time. You're going to get a lot of clan versus clan points. And the upcoming clan versus clan is a personal one with personal rewards. So yeah, definitely hold on to your Forge Pass stuff until then. Now, the question is, which is the best Forge Pass out there? There are 4 in the game, so how do we rank them? Well, honestly, if you're early to mid-game, I'd say all of them are pretty decent. Well, we can find out by going to hellhades.com on their artifact tier list. Now, this is going to depend on your own progress in the game. They currently say that Bolster is an S tier piece. So Bolster here provides 30% HP ally shield for 3 turns and heals by 10% every turn. So really good in a lot of areas of content, especially in Arena. The next S tier gear set is indeed Defiant. This will give you 10% defense and minus 15% damage taken from enemy AoE attacks. So this is pretty decent in a lot of areas of PvE, and it's a 2-piece set, so you can stack that up to 3 times. Now, I do agree with that. Those are great S-tier options. But another thing is, I personally think Righteous and Instinct are underrated in this tier list. They've put Instinct really low down, and they said that you'll only find this desirable as you progress due to the nature of wanting to either focus on damage or speed, but maybe prove to be useful in the early to mid game. Thing is, there is better ignore defense gear, right? Like Savage and Cruel. But getting your hands on that in a large amount is really hard early game. So Instinct is actually pretty decent for the early to mid game, and I'd actually rate it pretty highly because it comes with a bit of speed and ignore enemy defense, which is good on most attack champions. This set personally got me through a lot of content in the game. So I'd say early game, this is an easy A tier. And then we have the current one, Righteous. And I think Righteous is decent as well. It gives 10% speed and resist plus 40. And it's a 2-piece set, so you can stack it up multiple times. Having that extra resist is going to help you in so many areas of content, whether it's Iron Twins, Sand Devil, Hydra, Doom Tower, so many other places. Resistance is going to be really important. So honestly, this to me is S tier for early to mid game. We're getting good gear with resistance, and the damage stats you need is pretty hard. So that's my look at all of these sets. Honestly, they're all really, really good, especially in the early to mid game. What do you think about the Forge Pass? Let me know, and I'll see you in the comments.